Live Prog!
Hello, I'm Paul Manell.
I'm Steve Harris.
I'm John Jai.
And we all love Live Prog.
What do you think of this cover? I gotta say, when I first saw this cover, I was really stunned. Such a beautiful cover. And for me, this is absolutely the best cover of 2010. Of course, it belongs to the Dec Burke album Destroy All Monsters. And I think, well, if you look at the picture, the title is very clear. And especially when you open it up, I'll take the CD out. And then you have this one, which emphasizes even more the whole story about an innocent little young girl, Red Riding Hood, walking around the forest with a gun. Now, that's the image. The question that rises with me when I see a cover like this is, how do you come up with this? Now, I've been fortunate enough to meet with Dec and his entire band in December 2010, when he was supporting Mick Pointer and friends in the Boerderij in Zoetermeer. And I had a chat with him about this album, and well, he told me how this album cover was created, or how the idea came up. Dec, please tell us, how did it happen?
Well, it's the genius that is Paul Tippett. He does the artwork for Frost. I think he's done the Bites as well. He's done so much stuff, and I sent him the album title, and he came back with that, and I just thought, oh, that is it. And the boys, as soon as they saw it, they just went, yes, that is it. So you know,
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so based on just the title, he created this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay, that's.
We're going to keep him. Yes. we have him in a little room at home. Yeah, we feed him.
Bacon. Crispy bacon like under the door.
The package is really good, really. So it gives high expectations for the music, and I gotta say, Dec Burke really surprised me with this album, because he took in a totally different direction. It's not typical prog or anything. It's well, it's a fresh direction, a fresh take on progressive music, and I think that's what is needed here. You know, not keep on going in the old ways, but doing something new, something fresh, something truly progressive. Now, you heard a little bit of music, which is the opening track of the album called The Last Time. Let's play some more music so you can get a good idea of how, well, what the sound of Dec Burke is on this album. The next track I have lined up for you is called Sometimes. Okay, so this gives you a good idea of what kind of music Dec Burke plays. It's a bit poppy and yet progressive. Of course, he has several influences. Maybe it's interesting to hear from Dec Burke himself what he had in mind when he wrote this album. Dec, please tell us.
With Darwin's Radio, he was very, very proggy, and with the last album, Template for Generation, was very, very complicated music.
Mm-hmm.
Lots and lots of time signature changes, long pieces of music, you know, big songs. And with this, basically what happened was it was clear that Darwin's Radio wasn't going to do as much as we hoped. So I made the decision to leave Darwin's Radio, and I was starting to write music, and I thought, well, okay, hopefully I can write some songs by myself. It was scary because I always wrote music with Mark Westworth, you know, with Darwin's. So with this, it was like suddenly on my own. I thought, well, okay, well, what are the bands I really like? And from years ago, I love Depeche Mode, the synthesizer, that electronic. At the same time, love Foo Fighters with the catchy choruses and the rock. So I thought, well, if I could take that and take Depeche Mode and put it together, what would we get? And hopefully this is my offering as to what that would hopefully sound like. But as time went on and all of the recording happened, it was clear that, you know, we need to go and do some gigs, we're going to need a band. Tim, you know, he's been my friend for like 20 years now, and I thought, you know, Tim's on drums straight away. Steve, I've known for years and years. Get Steve to play bass, and he's a good keyboard player as well, so I get him involved. But what became apparent was that with some of the keyboard lines that I would play, we'd need another guitar player. And strangely, Howell, through the Frost forum, dropped me an email and said, I hear you need a guitar player. And I went, we played a gig with his old band, with Darwin's Radio, years ago, and suddenly, yes, he's brilliant. Look, get him involved, and that's how the band came together. So we got together and played through it, and we just thought, do you know what? We could go out and gig this, as opposed to it just being an album. And then it's just gone up, and then next year we want to just do the full length.
Okay, so it's very clear that Dec has taken a pop kind of take on prog rock, influenced by the 80s electronic pop, like the synthesizer pop like Depeche Mode, more the rockier pop like Foo Fighters, as he told. And well, the songs I played you were very evident of this, and if you hear the album, you can hear this kind of sound throughout the album. But the fact that it's poppy does not mean that it's all synthesizer and electronic orientated music, because he really can play some awesome guitar. I have another song for you where he can definitely show this to you. This one is called Secret Lives. On this album, Dec sings, of course, he's the singer, but he plays a lot of instruments, and when I look at the listing, it's here, I can show it to you, maybe you can see it a bit, of course. Of course, Dec plays most of the instruments. He did a lot of programming himself, keyboards himself, the guitar by himself. But he also had some friends joining in, and some of them are also part of the live band. He had Tim Churchman on drums. We know him from Darwin's Radio, and also from ARC. Steve Kitely on bass, which is awesome bass player. I've seen him live and he's really good. And very interesting, on a couple of tracks he also has Nathan King on bass. And Nathan King is currently also involved with Frost. And interesting, and you have the pop connection again, Nathan King used to also play in Level 42, the band from Mark King. Well, who doesn't know Level 42? Even proggers know it. So, a very interesting lineup, a very interesting album, this one, a little higher. I really enjoy listening to it, and it's definitely one of my favorite albums of 2010 because of the fresh sound. And it's not a Tolkien, it's not the 20-minute songs. No, it's a song-orientated album. It's a poppy sound. It's very easy to listen to, but if you listen close, you can hear it's really good. I give you some more music, a bit of a ballad-like song. This one's called Promised. That was my introduction to you from the Dec Burke band, the Dec Burke album, Destroy All Monsters. Maybe you've heard it already, maybe you have it already. Very good album. Dec is working on a new one already, so we have a lot to look forward to, and I really look forward to that one. I hope it's got just as beautiful a cover as this one, but as you heard him say it, the designer who made this cover will hopefully make the next one as well, so I think that'll be okay. If you haven't heard this album before, if you don't have it yet, well then I hope that this review is a good opportunity for you to buy this album, because it's very good, it's very refreshing, it's a great album, and if you have people around you who are not into prog, play them this one, and you never know, they might enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I got one last track for you, which is the last track of this album, which is called Destroy All Monsters. Enjoy it, and see you with the next review.